We've had the message loud and clear. Thank you. Thank you. So, yep. Okay, well, Peter Beck will come forward now for Eastern Vision.
Kia ora tātou. Nā hawa whānā iwe tōna tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. It's nice to be in this seat and seeing a lot of people I know. Your Worship, councillors, good to be with you. I've actually been an Anglican priest for nearly 50 years, and it's a long time. And part of what we do, and have been a part of our character, is that we talk about dreams and visions and what gives meaning, value and purpose in our lives. And I guess that's kind of what I've come to you to talk about. All of you have been elected to this council because you want to make a difference. You want to improve the lives of our citizens and in our city. And I thank you for wanting to do that. In the book of Proverbs in the Bible, as many of you I'm sure will have read, there's this verse: if there is no vision, the people perish. I submit that the long-term plan that you're discussing is intended to enable the process of your vision for our city to be realised. Other submissions are addressing the detail of the LTP, and I'm going to be happy to be joining Hayley, who was hoping to be with me today, but I'll be joining her tomorrow for the Avon Atakarau Network submission, when we'll be dealing more of the detail. The stated vision of this council, that is to say, your vision, councillors, is this: Otautahi Christchurch is a city of opportunity for all, open to new ideas, new people, and new ways of doing things. A city where anything is possible. I remember when Gary Moore was mayor, he had a kind of a vision which I quite liked too, which was, in a sense, he was saying, Christchurch is a city where all our children are cared for and loved. I quite like that because it catched everything, really, in doing it. So it's my understanding this vision statement guides you through your LTP, and you are the guardians of this vision. I make this submission on behalf of Eastern Vision, which has a group that's been around for the last 10 years and been engaged with this council and many other groups representing the eastern suburbs, and in particular the residential red zone, of course, in developing a long-term vision and strategy for the land. We were delighted when in August 2019, Megan Woods, Honourable Dr. Megan Woods, stated that the Avon-Atakarau River Corridor Regeneration Plan developed by Regenerate Christchurch had been approved under Section 38 of the Greater Christchurch Regeneration Act of 2016. You will know as well, of course, that it provides a vision and objectives for short, medium and long-term future land use and opportunities for the 602-hectare area of land in the heart of Eastern Christchurch. You know that it was developed through a whole lot of wide-ranging collaborative consultation with many community groups and agencies, not least with the input from Avon Atakarau Network and that great champion of the East, Evan Smith. At least I have to say we were delighted when it was approved. And your perspective on the River Park is stated in this way on your website, and if you've read my submission it says it there. Regenerating the Avon River Corridor is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to create a legacy that benefits future generations. The area is potentially exciting, provide a range of environment, social and commercial benefits as we explore the ways to protect homes from the effects of climate change, sea level rise, and make the Otago River a healthier place for people and wildlife. We know it won't happen over time, immediately overnight, but it will take time, and we could estimate it takes 30 to 50 years. So, the plan which you have endorsed, we hope, aims to create a restored native habitat and all the rest that goes with it. Now, this LTP is intended to play a formative part in enabling that vision to be realised. And last year, I was privileged to be here in June, as many of you were, and I was here with the Mayor, when the petition of over 18,000 people, which was sent to Parliament in 1812, advocating for the park, was ceremoniously returned to the Council. It was a very moving event, as you know, Evan Smith, who was the champion of the River Park, was terminally ill. And he was able to watch the ceremony by being beamed in from his hospital bed in Wesley Care. And he rejoiced. This man who had led a campaign to get a red zone areas along the Avon-Taka River turn into a park was given a promise by your worship that his dream will become a reality, and we all endorse that. That all looked well. That was, however, on June the 30th this year, the sections in the Greater Christchurch Recovery Act relating to recovery and regeneration plans will be revoked. This means the plans no longer have statutory effect. I'm pleased to note, however, that on the 24th of March this year, you requested advice from your officers on adopting the Taka-Avon River Corridor Regeneration Plan as council policy and strategy. That's good news, and I hope that's been confirmed. But there's a big but. After June the 30th, it's in your hands as to how the river park will be developed. And there are many groups wanting to have their projects as part of the park. Who and how will decisions be made? There's a very strong voice in the community that the council doesn't sell the land at any time, that it continues to be in perpetual ownership of the council and can be leased to various projects. But that yet there is no governing entity being established to take responsibility for the governance of the river park. Conversations are progressing slowly with Ngāi and with community groups like Avon Otago Network in developing a co-governance entity. And it's great to hear that, which honours the dream. And I was made aware today from Darryl, from your office, your worship, that you will be discussing and raising these issues again and developing them with this council over the next few days. That's good news. It's urgent. We need to get a decision made because there are lots of projects that want to move on. And the temptation you may have is to agree on an ad hoc basis to some of these projects. It's not the way to go. It puts the cart before the horse. We have to have a governing body that overlooks the whole thing before you start making decisions about which project can go where. We don't want ad hoc decisions because that would put in jeopardy the opportunity we have to deliver on the dream and vision in this kaupapa. So I submit that the successful implementation of the LTP in what was called the residential red zone is dependent on there being formed a community-based co-governance entity which protects the vision and objectives of the river park as envisioned in the river park plan. And I've gone over time, and I apologise.
Gone over time, but that's okay because that means that Hayley was able to hear the very end of that. So.
Okay.
But we'll see you again tomorrow.
You will see me again tomorrow. Thank you, councillors. Good to be with you again. Nice to see you all.
Thank you very much.
How are you going, Jamie? All right?
And